Welcome to Hands of Provision. My name is Mary, and today is a day that I have been waiting in my financial goals for 8 months. So for 8 months, I have come here weekly and put usually $15 into this challenge, this beautiful Build-A-Bank challenge by GB at Income Babes, and just enjoyed myself. I knew it was going to be a long haul. I did not think it was going to be 8 months, and I actually had to speed it up to make it stop at 8 months if you've watched my past videos. But today is the day that I get to unstuff this, and we get to see how much was saved in total. But before we do that, we still have to do our daily calm. Before we get into the exciting, we're going to do the daily, because life will always have something exciting, scary, nerve-wracking, and it's the daily calm that keeps us going. It does for me at least. And this is on my coffee, and it is for free. And I have you pick your top 3 goals. For me, it's retirement, month ahead, and debt payoff. There's the blank ones in there for you to pick your own. And these 3 goals you will find are being funded by this month Build-A-Bank as well, because everything has to feed into what you've already determined your financial goals are. And so for this particular challenge here, so this is the Daily Calm dashboard, and this is the daily edition, also free on my coffee, where I have the top 3 goals listed, and I roll every day I forgot my D6 here, friends. I just noticed that, but I roll a left, right, center to decide which of my 3 are going to get the money. So we're going to check right now. The dot is nothing, it's left. It is retirement today. Retirement is getting the money. And we're going to see how much. And I roll a D4 for that, and it is just going to get 1. So I go back to the daily edition binder, bank binder, and put it, oops, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. It's retirement that is getting the $1. And then I also incorporate the Roll for Your Savings Goals challenge by Anna Banana Budgets, and this is on her coffee. And this one, I use the calendar to tell me which of these 3 I will pull the money from at the end of the month and put into my larger challenge for that sinking fund. July is month ahead. You'll see that debt payoff was in May, and it will not come up again until the end of August. So each envelope accrues for 90 days before they get accrued and go into the larger one. So let's roll. I do the color dot die here, which will tell us which die, which if I get a D6, I got to go grab that. And it's green, which is a D4. So then we roll the D4 to find out how much, and we got a 4. Love it. So $4 is going into month ahead, and I'll go back here to the bank envelope, and it is empty, friend. Nope, it's back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so $6 is allocated because the top could be 6 if I rolled the D6 and it came up as a 6. So what I do is take the 4 that was rolled, put it in the month ahead envelope, which is for July, and the remaining of the 6, which is 2, goes into the daily randomizer, which is then randomized over these 3 on a weekly basis, mine being Saturday usually. I just did it last Saturday, so it is empty. And then finally, on a daily basis, I save for emergency as well. And that is an add-on just because if something should arise that I need to urgently take care of, I would probably have to take it from those top 3 funds if I did not save a little bit for the category of emergency. I am using Erica at Superior Budgets Challenge Save 2027 in 2027, starting a little early. So maybe I can get it done this time since I haven't in the past. I do only color in the 1 through 6s for the daily because I keep this less than spicy when I do a daily challenge. It is not meant to be spicy, so we're going to be doing the green, and yes, that is right, I do have to get the D6. Excuse me one moment. I think I was a little too excited to start this to see what I've saved and forgot some things. We'll see what else I've forgotten. Do I have another 5? I do not have a 5, so I'm going to color in a 4 and a 1. First, we're going to get the money from the Save 2027 bank envelope. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is $5 going into the emergency fund. And coloring in a 4 and a 1 in the green section. Love this from Challenge. It's gorgeous, Erica. Thank you so much. And when I'm done with all the 1s and 5s, I did have a beautiful friend in the comments let me know of an idea of how to continue on this, and I'll share that when I get closer to that, rather than try to explain it now. But it was a great suggestion. I do like it. All right, and that is done. That is done, and it did help calm my nerves just a little bit. I am excited over this, and I needed this. I love how that does that for me. So there will be a giveaway. I had a post, and some of you put the most wonderful amounts in there. I'm hoping some of the larger ones come true. I have no idea. Honestly, do not remember. If maybe sometimes I put in extra, sometimes I pulled to avoid an IOU. It's been so long, I cannot remember. But what I'm giving away is a copy of my denomination challenge, which is one of denomination challenges. I like the clear minimal ones for big trackers, and I'm using mine for my retirement savings. And I think that it's going to be lightweight enough. There's the dashboard if you want to do the dashboard, or if you want to do it in the envelope. There's a $1, a $5, a $10, a $20, $50, and $100 for 2K if you want, or you can stop at the $20 and just make it a 1K, whatever fits your budget. I think this fits in here, and that's why I think I can send it to those who are not just in the US and not have to pay an exorbitant shipping cost. However, I do ask for your forbearance because this was handmade, and vellum, printing vellum is difficult, laminating it, and then I understand, and then humidity can warp it. So in the transition to get to you, I'm not sure what may happen. I pray that nothing does and it gets to you nicely. I think I might put some of this, cut up a thin manila folder to try to cushion it a little, and see if I can't get it to you in good condition. It's my hope so. I truly do. Okay, it's time. So we had, at the end of last week, 1 till left, and that was till number 5 to complete. And it needed 1 more $5, which I brought my 20. So I was always bringing in 15 until last week. I brought in 20 because I was able to eliminate a monthly expense, and then thought I put $5 of that money that got freed up into this challenge. So I'm going to use that 5 to finish the tills. Wow, does that feel amazing, friends? So amazing. So our tills are now all done. There were 6 tills. And so let me explain, if you're just popping in here and you're new, and let me tell you about this challenge and how it went. So when I unstuff it here, you'll know what was what. Let me put this 5 in here. Okay, so I have 15 left, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do that with that as I'm explaining it to any newcomer. So this beautiful challenge has 6 tills, and the game could not be finished until all the tills had been marked off. There were other cards during the play that fed into these departments, as well as there were some bonus cards to feed into the till. But the only thing that could stop it or finish the thing was to actually get all the tills cards marked off, which is why it took so long. So what I have done to make this work with my overall financial picture is the vault matched up with till 1, and the vault is going to be randomized over the rest of these categories, and these categories are my main sinking funds. Retirement is going to be pulled with till number 2. Whatever that amount comes, it will go into my retirement larger sinking fund challenge. Till number 3 is going to be investments, which is also really retirement, and that'll be pulled together. Debt payoff is till number 4. They'll be pulled together and added to my debt payoff challenge. And then month ahead, my favorite, matches up with till 9.5, and then the last one's called bank charges, and it is for emergency. So that's how I played it and incorporated it into my overall picture. So since this vault is going to be randomized, it's going to be the first one we deal with, and I'm just going to put this extra 15 that I had in here to get randomized over the 5, since there's no more cards I'm going to be using. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is randomizing this money. I am going to count it. It's not going to be our final total, because that will be when I pull them to see what's in each department, and this money will now then be in here. But I wanted to know, how much did the vault actually have in it as well? So I'm going to use this cute little notepad my daughter sent me, and I'm going to just make a note of how much was in there, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sorry. Dita at What the Duck Savings, Dita, she made the cutest comment. She said, when she gave her guess, she said, and I also guessed that you're going to count everything 3 times, and she is so right. I want to make this right. So I'm just going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, and 37. Wow, 137 just in the vault. Okay, and so this is going to get randomized quickly over these 5 departments. I will speed you up for that. So since I don't have a D5, what I'm going to do is if it hits a 6, I'm just going to have to re-roll it, okay? So here we go, first part. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so let me just tuck these in here, because we're going to be pulling them out and counting them here in just a minute. Let me see. I did swap out I already swapped out the bank money into ones, because all that was left were some prop $1 prop money, and so that had to be dealt with, which I already did do prior to starting the video. Okay, so everything has been properly made into the correct departments now, and this has now been randomized. I think I got a 1 in there, so that needs to go in the back. There are some ones here as well. Okay, so we are going to be pulling and counting now. I am so excited. I cannot even tell you. Okay, so till number 1 actually was supposed to be part of the randomization. Hello, Mary. Okay, So I have a 10, which then means so we're not done with randomizing. Yeah, I told you I was excited. So we're gonna swap this 10 for 2 5s and so it can get randomized properly. Okay, sorry, just kidding. We got a few more to do. I totally forgot that tail number 1 is part of the randomization. No, wait. Okay, so that does, however, mean that the vault actually had more. So as I added in, I'm going to have to count it. So there's 10. So 21. 26. 36. So that was an additional $36 that was randomized. So technically the randomizer portion actually came to 173. All right, and I will be doing. All right, then now my friends, we can pull vault number 2 money, which should match up with retirement. And we're going to write retirement here. And let's use this to help me to sort, right? I didn't see. Okay. And we will get out our calculator because I don't trust my video math at all. And so how much did we save in retirement? 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 5. 125 in retirement. Very nice sum. That will be going into my retirement challenge. And so what we're going to do here, let's just take a sticky note on here, and you will see these in my future videos for those particular savings challenges. So 125 goes back here for retirement. And then investments actually will be going into my retirement challenge as well. But for this purposes, it is going to be separated. Investments. And now we'll just sort. Okay, 20, let me do it that way, 20, then 10, 20, 30, 40, and I have to start again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, plus 4. So 134 in investments. So a total of $259 will be going into my recast challenges for retirement. So exciting. I'm so excited. This is so lovely. Okay. And I'm gonna owe a big thanks to GB for this gorgeous challenge that kept me going for 8 months, guys. And then we are on till number 4. Okay, I got some 20s in this one. Grab the 10s. Okay. I feel as awkward as can be. I don't know why this has me so nervous. So nervous. Okay, what do we have in? This is debt payoff. We've got 60 and 30 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $110. And finally, 6. $206 going into debt payoff. Loving it. $206 into debt payoff. I needed to write the amounts on these. On this one, I forgot to do so. Okay. Month ahead. Let me put this over here. I need a little bit more room. And I kind of wanted you to keep it a secret here until the last minute what our total is. Some of you have already probably calculated it pretty closely, I'm betting. So till number 5 is going into my favorite, and that is month ahead. Disappointing that there's only 120 in that one. I was hoping this one would be the largest. I don't think it's going to be. Okay, so let's see. 20 there, 20 there, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. 155 plus 4 is 199 on month ahead. So debt payoff actually had more. That's a bummer. So month ahead has 199. Let me get this in some kind of order, friend. And let's finally see what our emergency got. Pulling bank charges vault, as well as, okay, so what did emergency get? It might have the most just because it is bank. It was 6 6s had to go in there, right? So you would think there's $1 in there. Okay, I'm gonna go backwards on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Clear it. 7 there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, making sure, yep, 60 there, and a 20. So, wow, 197. That actually debt payoff came out to be the largest one of all, shocking me. I would not have guessed that. And maybe it got more bonus cards going in there. So this is emergency, and it was 197. And now we get to do our total. I'm so excited. Okay. The total is $861. $861, friends. I I would never have imagined when I started off with $15 and just kept bringing that in that I would get to $861, but it happened, and I have to thank you, GB, for helping me do that. I will be looking at the numbers and see who came closest to that $861. Super excited for you, friend. And then I wanted to let you know that I will be coming in now that this is done, that GB is come out with her Build a Farm Bankers Edition, and I will be starting that on Mondays now, next Monday. Super excited about doing that, and I hope you come back and follow along with me, as well as I'm continuing with my 90 days, and I have this in 90 that I created to do very low and slow, and then I will rotate which of my top 3 gets the 90 days in this savings challenge as well. So I'm going to continue the low and slow because it does work, as we can see. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate you joining in the excitement with me and the celebration at finishing a challenge. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.